speaking of Mac Jones, the presumptive number 3, yesterday on this show, Louis Riddick said this.
Some very, very, very smart quarterback tutors and former offensive coordinators who coached at a very high level in the NFL have told me they believe Mac Jones is the best quarterback in this draft. Not just one that needs to be in the mix or that deserves to be in the mix outside of Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, but they believe as though ultimately he's the best quarterback.
All right, Tedy Bruschi, when you hear that, some people think that Mac Jones is the best quarterback in this draft. What is your reaction?
I want to pump the brakes. That's all I want to do. I just want to pump the brakes on this because I mean, you can talk to any other evaluator and they'll say, that's crazy. I mean, I talk to some people and they say they hear about that and they're like, there's no way. I mean, when you have Trevor Lawrence, you even got a Zach Wilson, the potential that he has, and throw in Justin Fields there, I can't see Mac Jones as the best quarterback in the draft. I realize Louis talks to a lot of educated people, and that may be their opinion, but the truth always comes out. And there are 2 times in the NFL calendar, though I believe finally the truth comes out of all these GMs and all these head coaches who lie in front of press conferences. It's free agency on who they sign, and it's the draft on who they select. And that's when the truth comes out. Right now, it's just smokescreen season.
That's really well said. You pay attention to what they do, not to what they say. So that brings up a fascinating question. And Mike T, again, you have sat in this seat as the general manager in 2 different places. As you assess value, okay, the San Francisco 49ers traded a lot to get up to the number 3 spot in the draft. If Mac Jones is definitively not the 3rd best player, but he is the right player for them, is that taking advantage of the value? Is that the right move for them to make if they believe he's the right pick for them, even if he isn't anywhere near the 3rd pick, the 3rd best player in this draft? How do you view that from a general manager's position?
Absolutely, 100%. And here's why. If they win consistently with Mac Jones, which obviously they believe they will, then if they had to give up an extra 1 or 3rd round pick next year or the year after, no one's going to care. And you know why? It's going to be a really low 1st round pick or a really 3rd round pick. So if there's a vision and a conviction about a player and how you're going to use them, and you have to overplay slightly, you as a GM can look at your head coach, at your owner and say, hey, we're convicted, we're going to win with him, and the premium we're paying is a price we're happy to pay for the success we're going to have with him.
It's such a fascinating question, Desmond. I'll give it to you as well on this debate between value, which is like winning the draft. That's what Louis called it yesterday. Your objective is not to win the draft. Your objective is to win the Super Bowl. If the player helps you win the Super Bowl, he's suggesting it doesn't matter whether the value was there or not in the draft. What do you think of that, Desmond?
Well, the operative word in that sentence that Louis Riddick has said was best. And then how do you define best? What do you mean by best? But ultimately, the goal is to get the perfect fit. Even if I'm an agent, I may not want my guy to go as the highest pick if I know he can go to a team that's a better fit, that I think he's going to have a better and longer career with. So that's the ultimate goal, not only of these agents, of these players too, and of the GMs. You have to pick a guy who fits your system. You have a plan for him. You understand exactly how you're going to use him. But that doesn't, I'm still not, into he's going to be the best quarterback of this class. I mean, physically, no. Maybe the 49ers, if they pick him, will put enough parts around him that he will have success, something similar to what he had in Alabama. But you're going to have to put the best of the best around this kid for him to have that type of career where you say he was the best one taken in the 2021 draft.
Go ahead, Tedy.
Yeah, this is the only position that you do this for. I mean, it's the quarterback position. I mean, if Mike T's right, you feel strongly about it, and I don't care if it's number 1 overall, and no one thinks he's worthy of the number 1 overall pick. If he's perfect for you, you get him. Now, the only downside is you are hitching your wagon to this kid. So if he fails, then you'll probably be looking for another job. But if you feel strongly about it and you got the team to surround him and have him succeed, absolutely, you got to justify that. But this is the only position you do that for.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.